All right, here we go. On the track right now, it's going to be the 15 of Jedrick Silver, the 7 of Sam Douglas, and the 30 of Mimi Rogers. Looks like the 3 of James Marsh not making the call, having troubles over there. Appreciate James Marsh for being here. Green flag is in the air. Jedrick Siddler out front in the 15, the 7 of Sam Douglas in second. Siddler with a time of 13.105, 13.105. Sam Douglas with a time of 13.241, 13.241. But Jedrick Siddler out front, running his line, running his lane, lap after lap, with Sam there in the second spot. These two have been competitive all season between the 15 of Siddler and the 7 of Douglas. That time it was Siddler with a 12.980, Sam with a 12.921. Here they come out of turn number 4, 9 more laps to go. Sam Douglas showing the nose on the inside of the 15 of Siddler. Sam right there on that back bumper. They go into turns 3 and 4. 12.855 for Siddler. The 7 of Sam Douglas with a 12.935. Siddler opening the bottom up a little bit for Sam. Here comes Douglas. Going to make a move on the inside. As Siddler is pushing out of the corners, opening up that inside lane for Sam. But right now, Siddler gathering it all in as he is getting back into the groove of things. As right now, he is holding off the 7 of Douglas as we got 5 more laps to go. Once again, these two have been competitive all season long. We come out of 4, down the front stretch they go. A race for the lead. Down the back stretch into turns number 3 and 4. Here we go out of turn number 2. Will they come out of 4? It'll be 2 more laps to go. Here we go, coming out of 4. White flag is in the air one more time around. Coming out of turn number 4, getting the checkered flag, the 15 of Jedrick Siddler, the 7 of Sam Douglas, going home in second. And give it up for the 30 of Emmy Rogers. First time out, she's coming home in third. As he's going to be parking it down here in Victory Lane. He's full of excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, getting out of the car, let them hear your bald and bougie Bandolero feature winner, the 15 of Jedrick Siddler. All right. Celebrating down here in Victory Lane. Jedrick. Well, first off, buddy, that's how you respond. That's how you come back after having a rough run on August the 2nd and come out and prove to yourself that you still got it. Great job, man.
Yeah, it was. Thank you. I mean, that was a very clean race. I think that's the cleanest race we've had all season. And unfortunately, he couldn't get it, and we got the win tonight.
Hey, you two have been competitive all season. You keep getting better and better. These cars are getting competitive. Look at that. Giving you a shout out there. I don't know who that was, but you probably don't know who that was either, but they're excited. They watched you win. But these cars are fun, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are super fun. I want to thank Wagner Portrait Group and All-Star Express. I also want to thank all the fans that always come out every weekend.
Hey, let me tell you something, guys. If you think that you can do this, you can do this. This guy brings his car in a U-Haul trailer. So if he can bring in a U-Haul trailer, so can you. Jedrick, you got some sponsors to thank?
Wagner Portrait Group and All-Star Express.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting another win this season. It's the 15 of Jedrick Sidler. Sam Douglas coming out in second. Sam, good run, man. You guys were really close on time, very competitive between the two. And you showed a couple of times you were wanting to go on that inside, but he was able to close the door, wasn't he?
Yeah, I knew I had a lot more car in it, but I'm just happy for him, happy that he got the win today, and shout out to him, good run there. And I want to thank the Lord and Savior first for giving us this opportunity to do this. We couldn't do this without him. Sponsors, I would like to thank Martin's One Stop, L's Photography, Mid-Mo Car Keys, Bamble Springs Bakery, Douglas Tire and Auto, I-44 Speedway, and any that I forgot, thank you so much. Thanks for my dad, and thanks for all my family for the support.
Sam, I got to be honest with you, buddy. Your speech last weekend was way better than this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, running up in second, it's the 7 of Sam Douglas. Now, where's my ladies at here tonight? Where's the ladies at? Let's give it up for this first timer right here in car number 30. It's Emmy Rogers. Emmy, did you have fun tonight?
Yes.
Now, what was the best part about tonight? What was your best part?
Going fast.
Going fast. First time in the car?
Yep.
Yep. And it was fun, wasn't it?
Yep.
Are you going to be back?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. Hey, you guys think she should come back? Yeah! Yeah! You hear that? You got anybody you want to thank?
My dad and my mom.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the 30 of Emmy Rogers. And guess what? We support and we congratulate everybody here. You know, he had a rough start, wasn't able to start the feature, but he came here. That's the object that each and every week is coming here. And sometimes you're going to have troubles, but you know what? You pick yourself back up, and you come back and do it again. James, hey, we missed you out here on the track. Hate to see your car going out on the trailer, but you're going to be back, aren't you?
Yep. Hopefully we'll have a better shot next week. Got the jets changing the motor. The car seemed to be going a lot better, and then chain broke whenever I came out. But yeah, I think we can get it fixed and come back and win next week. Thanks to Cox Roofing, Keeper and Sons, Southern Missouri Glass, and all my sponsors.
Hey, this is what it's all about. You know, he wasn't able to race, but he knows what happened with the car. He knows what to fix. And this is what it's all about, is these young drivers coming up and learning what is wrong with the car, what is happening, so that they can eventually make it to the big track. James, we appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our bald and bougie Bandoleros. All right, and up next we are covering Hilton Rolling Thunder. They'll be coming out here. As looking forward to seeing this class grow. We know late start to the season. Hopefully during the off season we can get a few cars to come together. We're looking forward to watching this class grow. Wildside, how you guys doing over there? Tier 1 and Tier 2, you guys doing good? Appreciate you. The funnest party you can have on a Saturday night, the biggest tailgate you can have. I love the pop-up tents. I love the people sitting in the bed of the truck over there. You know, this is a perfect place to be on a Saturday night right here. And we appreciate you guys. Grandstands, we appreciate you. People over there in turn number 1 in the fan deck, we appreciate you. And I also appreciate the biggest party here at I-44 Speedway, Stake Patrol. We appreciate them as well and what they are doing throughout our community. And I gotta say, Stake Patrol, I'll apologize later, but the food last weekend at the wedding was delicious, okay? It was good. It was good. We missed you guys. We missed you guys. But they got great food over there tonight, though. That was probably one time, okay? One time. But every other time, you guys got great food, okay? Great food. But hey, they're also doing a benefit for Bobby Dozier. They got a big old quality piece of Wagyu that they're doing raffle for. I think that's going to be coming up here very shortly. I believe 9 o'clock is the draw for that. And so we appreciate them supporting Bobby and his family. And that's what it's all about here at the racetrack as well. Don't forget, we'll be here August the 30th and then September the 13th. It is the biggest night here at the track. We're anticipating a huge crowd. We're getting phone calls all week long. We're getting phone calls tonight about the races, but we're getting more phone calls about September the 13th. It's the American Big Rig Series, and guys, this is not a scripted event. This isn't just the trucks going around in circles. This is true racing side by side. You got the big trucks that you see on Interstate 44 up there off of turn number 3 and 4 that are going to be racing here on the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. I promise you it's going to be a big event. We got some big plans for it as well. We got the flyer out already. We're anticipating opening the gates early that night as well. And it's up to you how early we open the gates, because right now we are not selling pre-sale tickets. It's first come, first serve, especially on the wild side. If we get here at 7 o'clock in the morning and the line is all the way up to Route 66, we're opening the gates. We got to. And so look forward to that. Aaron, ain't that right? If you get here at 7 o'clock in the morning on September the 13th, there's already cars lined up on Route 66, you're opening the gates, aren't you?
Yeah, if you get here early and it's long, we'll open the gates. So if you want to sit in Wildside, you better get here early.
Get here early. There might be people camping out the night before. I know my buddy's over there. I was going to say, my buddy Ryan Shoemaker, it's going to be like Buc-ee's all over again. We're going to have KY3 here. Well, look at that. What in the world is that? Is that a UFO? Whoa. Make a wish. I wish that September 13th is going to be sold out. What about you, fans? Woo! That was cool. I bet that's going to be on the LEB TV or Lebanon Now or Lebanon Link. Who's going to be the first one to post it? All right, we're getting ready now for our Rolling Thunder late model feature. I can hear him. Here he comes. Patriotic US of A. Being the pace bike coming out. It's the 73 of Trent Masters. It's going to be the 27 of Nick Cherry and the 48 of Jimmy Foam. First race, it was the 73 of Trenton Masters. We go to August 2nd, it was the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Then the 27 of Nick Cherry, also a contender as well. All right, here we go. 12 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. '73 Trenton Masters out front. 27 of Nick Cherry in second, to 48 of Jimmy Phone in third. Jimmy Phone looking on the inside of the 27 of Cherry. He pulls in front of him and pulls away down the front stretch in the turns number 1 and 2. Trenton Masters out front with the 3 to 4 car length lead in front of the 48 of Phone. The 27 of Cherry sitting in third. Trenton Masters will come out of turn number 4 with 6 more laps to go. Coming out of turn number 4 with 3 more laps to go. Jimmy Phone gaining ground on the 73 of Masters as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air one more time around. Can Jimmy Phone pull it off right here? Trenton Masters going to go away with his second win of the season. Coming out of turn number 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen, it's the 73 of Trenton Masters, the 48 of Jimmy Phone coming home second, and the 27 of Nick Cherry coming home in third. Wow, what a run for the 73 of Trenton Masters. The 48 of Jimmy Phone was coming in fast, but just ran out of time. But he's going to park it down here in Victory Lane for the second time this season. He's taking off the safety equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, when he gets out of the car, do me a huge favor and give him a big old round of applause. You don't realize how hot it is in these cars tonight. You think it's hot outside, just imagine how hot it is inside. But getting his second win of the season. Taking off that safety equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 73 of Trent Masters, your Cover and Hilton Rolling Thunder feature winner. Get over here, Trenton, buddy. Man, what a piece, what a car you have here tonight. It was fast, it was rolling. Jimmy Phone was coming in fast, but just ran out of time, but the car looked good tonight, man.
I appreciate it. It didn't really feel too good, but yeah, at least we got the win. I think Jimmy was probably holding up for me a little bit there, but yeah, it was good to get the win.
Yeah, and you know what? You said there's more for this car to do, and I believe it. Trenton, I'm just going to say, if you guys follow Trenton on his Facebook page, he's kind of had a hard week, but this is going to be a big win for him. It means a lot to him, and as you said, I think Jimmy wanted this for you as much as he wanted it. I believe that with all my heart, and congratulations, man.
I appreciate it. I don't know if he said it or not yet, but about 3 weeks ago, my dad passed away, so yeah, it's good to get the win.
Good to get the win. We're thinking of you, we're praying for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Cover and Hilton Rolling Thunder feature winner, the 73 of Trenton Masters. Now, I got to get out of the shot. Tim's going to yell at me. We also been letting the drivers know, let me tell you how hot it is. We had our trophies down here in the infield, and it got so hot that our trophies melted together. So we have like 7 trophies stacked on top of each other, melted to each other. So right now they're in the freezer right now trying to get unmelted, and we were trying to separate them, but we cut ourselves. But so we're going to get those to the drivers after the race, but we're going to show them some appreciation. Don't forget, after the race in action, you can go down to the pit area right there off of turn number 4 in front of our restroom facility. Sparky's over there, and he guards the gate to the pits, and he will open the gates up after the races, and you can go down there and visit with the drivers and the crew members and see the cars up close and personal if you weren't able to make it to our autograph session down here. So congratulations to the 73 of Trenton Masters. Second win on the season. That'll kind of shake things up in the point standings, and we're looking forward to seeing what that does at the end of the night when we finalize the results and the pay. Wild side as he comes to you. Give him a big old wave. Shout, let him know you appreciate him. As he had mentioned, I've been keeping him in my thoughts and prayers, that young man right there. And he's been going through a lot the past couple of weeks, but he came out and supported us, and that means the world to us. So we appreciate him. And then don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to follow Lone Oak Printing right here. My buddy Tim, he takes our photos here each and every week. He does a fantastic job. You can see him in the racing programs that you get up there when you come in. And so make sure you get your racing program. It has all the drivers that have entered, and also has results and stories and pictures, and our sponsors in there, our racing program sponsors. So we appreciate that as well. Just got a word from meteorologist John Shelton, and he says those were falling stars. And he said it's that time of year for some falling stars, but right now it's that time for some 417 sports cars Chargers. And what a heat race they showcased for us earlier in tonight. And here we go. First car out there is going to be the 13 of Jaden Smith, last year's track champion. Got a feature win on the belt this season. Then it's going to be the 53 of Herbie and the 53 Machine of Joe Williams and the 23 of Nick Bradshaw. Touched by Kaylee Shoemaker earlier this morning. So here we go. Lights are going off, 12 laps around the high banks of here. We got a lot of entry-level classes here at I-44. So if you're looking to get into racing, we got a lot of them. Here we go, come out of 4. Green flag is in the air. Out front, it's side by side, the 23 of Nick Bradshaw out front, the 53 of Joe Williams in second, the 13 of Jaden Smith in third. Nicholas Bradshaw out front, 53 of Joe Williams second, Jaden Smith in the 13 in that third spot. Nick Bradshaw over the top at 19.500, 19.500, 19.68. So running in the 19s for Bradshaw and Williams. Bradshaw out front with a big lead in front of the 53 of Joe Williams, the 13 of Jaden Smith in third. Four more laps to go for the 23 of Bradshaw, the 53 of Williams still in second. Jaden Smith in the 13 in that third spot. Bradshaw looking for his 4th win on the season. As he goes into turns number 3 and 4, coming out of 4. White flag is in the air one more time around. Taking home the checker is going to be the 23 of Nicholas Bradshaw. The 53 of Joe Williams, second. And the 13 of Jaden Smith coming home in third. Getting his fourth win of the season for that 23 driver, Nicholas Bradshaw. Going to be visiting Victory Lane for the fourth time. Giving it a salute to the backstretch wild side. As he will be making his way down to the front stretch. He knows where to go. He's no stranger to this place, as he is going to park it down here. So they're going to help him get his safety equipment off. He's got a fan crew going. Sure, got a lot of support for him in this racing program. Look at that, ShowMeDirt right on the side of it, in front of that, above that 23. Woo! It's a hot one, folks, but he's going to be full of excitement. Taking a little bit to get out of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Card feature winner, the 23 of Nicholas Bradshaw. He's full. He is sweaty. He's tired. He's wore out. He's ready to go to bed. Oh, he got him a Highland Dairy chocolate milk. I don't know if milk is good for a day like today, but Highland milk is. Nick, first of all, probably while you were in bed this morning, you had a neighbor come over and visit the old 23 machine this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, she probably put some good luck charm on it tonight.
She probably put some nitros in there and stuff, but my goodness gracious. Man, what a heat race that was, first of all. But then to come out in the feature and I don't know what happened between the heat race and the feature, but this thing lit up, and it was fast tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the heat race, I was just trying to save my tires because I knew I had to start tailback. Yeah, this car was really on point tonight. God, I'm burning up. And I love taking my daddy's money.
Yeah, take your daddy's money, especially when he's celebrating a birthday coming up too, ain't he?
Yeah, happy birthday, Pops.
Happy birthday, Pops. He's taking your money. 417 Sports Cars. Hey, what about the people that support you financially here for your racing program?
Yeah, Leo Morgan Fencing, Farm Furniture and Lawn, ShowMeDirt, Atkinson Hay Farming, J&T Racing, Smoking Joe's, ShowMeDirt, Chris Arbright, Big Dave's Tire Nice, J&T, D&S Affordable Moving, King's Motor, Rocket Race Car is really, I'm really loving this Rocket right now. Ralph Pitts, Ultra Insurance, 417 Sports Cars. And I'm probably missing a lot, but I'm sorry, and thank you very much.
Hey, for the fourth time for their name to be mentioned, I'm sure they're appreciating it. Ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Car feature winner. He has a big old fan base going to get in the picture. His lucky charm, Kaylee Shoemaker, and he's got his chocolate milk, Highland Dairy. Appreciate Highland Dairy for being a sponsor for us this season. I love their strawberry milk. They got some good strawberry milk. I think the So he's going to get in the car there. And like I said, guys, it's a little bit toasty out here, but it's more toastier inside those cars. And so he's going to be getting back in there, and we are going to be moving right along, because up next will be our Martin's One Stop Street Stocks will be coming up next. All right, it's now time for our Martin's One Stop Straight Stock feature. This is how they'll roll out on the pole. It'll be the 33 of Riley Sharp out of Fairgrove, Missouri. In the 33, Charlotte Chabelle. It'll be the 00 of Chris Johnson out of Lebanon, Missouri. Row number 2, the Princeton, Missouri, will be the 8 of Aaron Wilkie. On his outside will be the 6 of Ed Mangus out of Lebanon, Missouri. Then it's going to be the 0 of Corey Henson out of Lebanon, Missouri, in the inside of row number 3. On his outside, and 43 of Tony Johnson. And then the 88 of Michael Jurgensen all by himself there in row number 4. Riley Sharp had a good run in the heat race in our mini feature that we showed you 8 laps earlier today. Chris Johnson back with us after he put work first. Work comes first, then you can have fun. All right, now he's going to put it to work in that 00 and shoot off down the front stretch with the 33 of Riley Sharp. Off he goes into the distance there in the turns number 2. Side by side, Sharp on the inside, Chris Johnson on the outside. Johnson shifts up the track there, has the advantage at the line. It's going to be the 00 of Chris Johnson. No, the 33 of Riley Sharp. There we go. Now the Chris Johnson out front in the 00 to 33 to Riley Sharp in second. The 8 of Aaron Wilkie in third. Chris Johnson still out front. Riley Sharp in second with Aaron Wilkie in that 8 car. Now going on the inside of Sharp with Michael Jurgensen behind him. Michael Jurgensen started 7th and has worked his way up to the top 5 as he sits in that 4th spot behind the 8 of Wilkie. Riley Sharp trying to hold on to that 2nd spot with Wilkie on the inside. Wilkie able to make it stick there. Ed Mangus got loose there. Hold on to it, buddy. But great racing. Here comes Wilkie and Jurgensen. Jurgensen, he's going to make it interesting here. 3 wide in the turn number 3. For the battle for second, Wilkie going to hold off Sharp and Jurgensen. Chris Johnson still out front. Aaron Wilkie still in that second spot with Riley Sharp and Jurgensen racing hard behind him, side by side. Corey Henson moves up to that 5th spot there as he's in the top 5. But look at the race now for 3rd. Sharp on the outside, Jurgensen on the inside. Chris Johnson still out front. Aaron Wilkie in 2nd. Michael Jurgensen in 3rd. Johnson with a time of 18.040. Wilkie with a time of 18.93. That lap, it was 17s now for Chris Johnson. 17.991. 17.970 for Wilkie. Trouble for the 33 of Riley Sharp as he's going to make the hard right turn into the pits. As it's still going to be the 00 of Johnson. Here comes Jurgensen on the inside of Wilkie. Side by side for 2nd between Jurgensen and Wilkie. Jurgensen on that inside, Wilkie on the outside. Jurgensen got loose in turn number 4. He's trying to push a little bit up, trying to get Wilkie up on that high side to get him loose as Jurgensen trying to pull away from Wilkie and gain on the 00 of Johnson. He's trying to do 2 things at once. Well, he took care of the first thing. He's pulling away from Wilkie. Now he's going to move up and focus on the 00 of Johnson. Chris Johnson out front. Here comes his teammate, though, the 88 of Michael Jurgensen of JNC Racing. Going to make it a fast dash for the end. As we're going to be under 5 laps to go when they come out of turn number 4. 4 more laps to go. Three more laps to go now. Here we go, running out of time. Can Johnson hold off the 88 of Jurgensen? So they go down the front stretch. Johnson doing everything that he can. Here comes Jurgensen. Jurgensen right on the back bumper of Johnson. Tony Johnson doing his best to stay up high, to stay out of the way, because the race for the lead is coming up behind them with 1 more lap to go. Here comes Jurgensen on the inside. Can he pull on the 00 of Johnson? They go into turns number 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, I think it's going to be the 00 of Chris Johnson. Your feature winner, the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, 2nd, and the 8 of Aaron Wilkie coming home in 3rd. Be his 3rd win on the season. Has missed a race. But he's going to be visiting victory lane for the 3rd time after a battle that he just went through to hold off some very good fast cars and talented drivers. Woo! Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give them all the time they need to get out of these cars because it's a hot one in there. Well, he's going to be full of excitement. He's going to feel like it's negative degrees once he gets out of that car. He said he can still do it. He can still boogie. Ladies and gentlemen, your Martin's one-stop street stock feature winner, the 00 of Chris Johnson. The wheel drop. I like it. Instead of the mic drop, it's the wheel drop. Getting a handshake from future street stock driver, the 9 of Mike Piercy. Going to be racing here. Chris, first of all, congratulations. We missed you on August 2nd. We know work comes first. That's more important. But my goodness gracious, man, what a heck of a race. But if you could only see what was happening behind you, some very good racing. You probably felt it too.
Oh, I can feel Mikey breathing down my neck. I can feel it. Everything I can do, man. It is hot tonight, boys.
We appreciate you guys for doing this.
Yeah, I appreciate all the fans. This old man's getting old doing this. And Mike Piercy over there, me and him started way back in the day. So
we need to get him on asphalt, don't we?
Oh, I don't know. Me and him like to kick it up in the dunes and the dirt together, so we'll see.
Hey, but like I said, man, hate for you to miss out, but the chance for that points run that's going to get tighter. But anybody you want to thank?
My mom and dad, my wife, TTTS. That's pretty much it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your Martin's one-stop street stock feature winner, the 00 of Chris Johnson. All right. On the track, out front will be the number 8 of Sierra. Hermitage on her outside. It's going to be the 77 of Mike Sloan. Row number 2 on the inside is going to be the 70. The Eichelman on the outside going to be the 27 of Dakota Scribner. Row number 3 going to be the 29 of Nate Scribner. On the outside going to be the 28 of Jacob Merriman. Then it's going to be the 87 of AJ Starnes. And on the outside going to be the 17 Drew Scholl. Row number 5 going to be the 00 of Bill Brown. On the outside going to be the 0 Ronnie Taylor. Row number 6 going to be the 44 of Jim Flannery. On the outside be the 57 of Mike Quickenberg. Then row number 7 it's going to be the 7 of Rick Morrow, the 12S of Ben Scott, and the 4 of Josh Hazel. 15 cars, 25 laps is your distance. On August 2nd, we watched them go 44 laps. They had a blast. They had a fun. We crowned the king, Kay McQueenie, but he's not here tonight. His papa's back behind the wheel of that 57 machine, but we got some fast ladies up front. Got a previous late model champion in that 77. Here they go. Green flag is in the air. Mike Sloan out front into 77 to 27 of Dakota Scribner in second. Here comes the 29 of Nate Scribner on the inside, 3 wide for fourth as Sierra Hermitage will go around. And caution comes out. Caution coming out, 48 of Sierra Herndon. All right, here we go. We'll try it again. Green flag is in the air. Mike Sloan out front, and that 77 machine back to his normal number. The 27 of Dakota Scribner in second, the 70 of Yvette Eichelman in that third spot. So it's Jacob Merriman in that 28 and fourth with Nate Scribner right there battling with him. But here comes Yvette Eichelman on the inside of the 27 of Scribner. Eichelman going on the inside now of Scribner. They're side by side. Mike Sloan in the 77 out front. The 70 of Yvette Eichelman in second. The 27 of Dakota Scribner in third. Nate Scribner falling back a little bit on the pace. Here comes Sierra Herden though. She's gaining some ground. Back up after falling back a few spots. Trying to get into the top 5. Oh, we're getting ready to see a battle we saw on August the 2nd between these two. The 77 of Sloan and the 70 of Eichelman. Dakota Scribner to 27 as we got trouble. As we're going to stay green. AJ Starnes pulling off the track in that 87. As caution will come out for the 57. So right now, as it stands, it's Mike Sloan, your leader, the 70 of Yvette Eichelman in second. The 27 of Dakota Scribner in third. Nate Scribner in a 29 in fourth, and Jacob Merriman in fifth. Yvette Eichelman, that last lap was the fastest with a 19.697. Sloan with a time of 19.860. As the 4 of Josh Hazel had to go visit Seth Hendricks. The windshield wipe queen man. Wax on, wax off to get that windshield cleared. Safety first here. Wanted to make sure that he's able to see clearly. Here we go. We're going to make it exciting here. 17 pulls off. Green flag is in the air. Dakota Scribner, look at him make a move up to second. Yvette Eichelman going to give him a push. Oh, trouble in turn number 3. As Hazel and Scrivener make contact and bring out the caution. Good long time buddies. Bring out the caution there. Here we go. Four of Hazel pulls off. Once again, a lot of these cars battling the heat cage tonight. That will be a factor with the high temperatures, trying to keep these cars cool. 17 more laps to go. Mike Sloan in that 77. Out front, the 27 Dakota Scrivener and Yvette Eichelman in that second row. Here we go. Checking the pits, making sure nobody's working on their cars. Making sure we give them time. Just got word that the 4 of Hazel had a flat tire. So we're giving him some courtesy laps here to get that going. We'll give them enough time because we know, once again, it is hot. Want to make sure the crews don't get overheated. But right now we're seeing some great racing action so far in this feature. Once again, we go back to the lap times. Yvette Eichelman with a 19.697 right now. And Mike Sloan with a 19.860. So Eichelman with fast time in that last lap. Here we go. Lights will be going off. Green flag next time. Green flag is in the air. Slow now front, but here comes the 70 of Eichelman. Look at her go. Right on the back bumper of Sloan. They make a little bit of contact there. She's going to keep on it though, as they go down the front stretch. Down the back stretch they go as well. Slow, Eichelman, Dakota Scrivener, Coach Bill Brown into 00 up to that 4th spot. Here comes Yvette. Once again, we saw this battle for the crown jewel. Down the backstretch they go. Yvette catches up to Sloan. Sloan doing a good job holding off the 70 of Eichelman. Here she comes. She gains back time and speed. She catches up. She has a lot more speed in the exit. Here she comes making a move on the inside. Eichelman on the inside of Sloan. They're side by side coming out of turn number 4. We got a new race leader, the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. Yvette Eichelman now out front. Here comes Dakota Scribner, the 27. Moves up there in the inside of the 77 of Sloan. What a race we got for second now between Dakota Scribner and the 77 of Mike Sloan. Scribner working on the 77. Now the 77 pulled away. Trouble for the 27 of the Scribner. He makes a hard right turn to the pits. That moves the 00 of Coach Brown up to that third spot. Right now, she has nobody around her. She's all by herself. Hold on to it, Coach. Here he comes. Yvette Eichelman out front. As the caution comes out for the 00 of Bill Brown. Oh man. Here we go. Going to get a bit exciting now. Mike Sloan making a hard right turn to the pits. Coach Brown doesn't want to go tailback, but he set in the infield for a couple of laps. He brought out the caution. All right, going to line them back up. Half price on food in the concession stand. So you might want to wait till this feature's over. Green flag is in the air. All right. Oh, look at that. A little bit of excitement. A little bit of character to tonight's feature racing. Mother Nature is loving it. Lightning, here we go. Green flag back in the air. Well, that could have been bad, but he is moving on his own, so that's a good sign. Here we go. We're dwindling down. We got the 70 event icon in the 12 of Ben Scott and the 4 of Josh Hazel. Think about those two. They started in the back and have worked their way up to the front. Don't forget, half price on food, half price on food. 7 more laps to go. Correct. That icon went out front to 70 to 12 of Ben Scott in second. For Josh Hazel sitting in that third spot with Ronnie Taylor and the 0 in fourth. Coming out of turn number 4, 4 more laps to go. Yvette Eichelman will come out of turn number 4 with 2 more laps to go. White flag is in the air. Yvette Eichelman Going to come out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air for the 70 of the event, Eichelman. The 12S of Ben Scott second. Hey, Sierra Hurdle third. Oh my goodness. At the beginning of the season, we all talked about if anybody was going to win this season, if we could choose anybody to win, it would be this lady right here. Wow. Gonna be full of excitement for this lady right here. Once again, if you're a lady and you're looking to get into racing, you can do it too. Point proven. On August the 2nd, we crowned a king. Tonight, I guess we're gonna crown a queen. She is the queen of I-44 Speedway. She proved that tonight. Once again, it is hot in these, a little bit colder in the Crown Vics. They're a lot more opened up. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic feature winner, the 70 of the event, Heichelman. She said, milk? Yes, you get milk. You get Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Wow. Get over here, Yvette. I said while you're getting out of the car, you know, August 2nd, we crowned the king, but tonight, we crowned the queen. You know, you had a great run the last time you were here, but you came out and proved yourself once again and had a fast machine. And it was a lot of fun, and you and Sloan had a good competition, but, man, it's a nice fast piece, and you did a good job.
Thank you so much. I have to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, and my husband, Fred. So the sponsors on the car are the Ridge Church out of Sullivan, Missouri, and let me tell you, if you don't have a church home, they have a live service on YouTube at 9 a.m. every Sunday morning. And I also want to thank Hey Shoe Store and LR Automotive out of Cuba, and also Aaron. Aaron, where's Aaron? He's taking care of business.
Yeah, he's taking care of business. I wish the business was going on in the front stretch right now, but it's happening in the pits. But anyways, go ahead.
So I don't know if y'all saw his Facebook post within the last day or so when he came to the track and was praying. That just grabbed my heart because it's because of the Douglas family that Fred and I got back into this to show that we could be a ministry as well.
You said back into this. You've been in this before, haven't you?
So from 91 to 95, we ran down here. Tim remembers all that. And we had some success, but things got really expensive and we bowed out. And so when we saw this Crown Vic class start up and saw the rules and saw how racy they are, we're like, hey, let's see if we still got it. And apparently God showed us that we do still have it, and I want him to get all the glory for all of this.
Yes, absolutely. Kept you safe, kept the car safe, and great speed, and we appreciate you and everything that you said, and I appreciate your post today, and congratulations, Yvette. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic feature winner, the 70 of the event, Eichelman. Tim said, I've been wanting to take your picture for a very long time, and you got to do it tonight. All for the Lebanon I-44 Speedway, the Schoolyard High Bank 50. They get ready to come out for their main event tonight. The late model drivers, they timed in earlier tonight. They came down here for the redraw, and my goodness gracious. Oh no, wait, it's not time for the High Bank 50. We got some baby grands to race. Get a little ahead of myself. I've been out in the sun too long. Yeah, yeah. Come on, Shane. I forgot about the baby grands. On the pole, it's going to be the 91 of Dylan Bates. On his outside, it's going to be the 2 of Danny Trent. Run number 2 is going to be the 25 of Jesse Blinkley. On the outside, going to be the 53 of Justin Garris. Tyler Ledbetter in car number 4. Randy Roper in car number 3. Michael Jurgensen in the 21, the 60 of Joe Dunn. The 1J of Brandon Jordan. On the outside will be the 2J of Ben Johnson. Going to be the 44 of Jamie Coots. And the 52 of Dave Jennings. Once again, baby grand drivers, I apologize for that. Also apologize to Steak Patrol because that piece of Wagyu meat was for Reagan Wilson's family. And so all that money raised was for the scholarship for Reagan Wilson. So apologize for that as well. Haven't been on the game tonight, but these drivers have been on their game tonight. You fans have been on your game tonight. And we're going to see who comes out on top in the baby grands. Once again, Dylan Bates going back to back, racing the baby grand, and then he's going to be hopping into his late model on a night like tonight. Back in late July, he did a race 400 laps. So this is nothing compared to that, but it is hot. Lights are going off. 25 laps will be your distance. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Bates out front in that 91 with Danny Trent the 2 in second. Here we go. Here comes the 4. Tyler Ledbetter moving up to that 3rd spot. But right now it is all the 91 of Dylan Bates. Danny Trent in the 2 in second, the 4. And Ledbetter in that 3rd spot. with Jesse Binkley moving up in that 4th spot. Justin Garis in that 53 in the top 5. Dylan Bates with a 16.582, 16.582. Look at the battle there for 4th now. The 53. Right there on the inside of the 25 of Binkley. Binkley and Garris racing there hard side by side. Caution coming out, looks like for the 3 of Randy Roper, bringing out the caution. Randy Roper will move into the small track here in the infield. Here we go. Line back up here. 17 more laps to go. Lights will be going off. Trouble for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Your leader, he stops in turn number 3. Don't know if it's a piece of debris that he's pointing out. Not sure. What he might see over there. All right, we'll see how this goes. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Danny Trent on the inside of the 91 of Dylan Bates as they go down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Trent on the inside, Bates on the outside. Good race up front for the lead between Bates and Trent. They're side by side. Good, still side by side battle, but here comes that 4. That's Tyler Ledbetter. Tyler Ledbetter now moving up, gaining a little bit of ground on the battle for the lead between the 2 of Trent and the 91 of Bates. Still Trent out front with a 17.018, 17.012 for Bates. 0.2 of a second. 0.3 of a second now with the 2 of Trent still out in front of Bates. Here comes the 4 though. Keep your eye on that number 4 of Ledbetter. Danny Trent will now come out of turn number 4, trying to run away from the 91 of Bates. So we got 8 more laps to go. Here comes Bates now. Bates got a lot of speed coming out of the exit of 2. Bates is now showing on the inside of 2. And now Bates will cross over in front of Danny Trent. Now Bates will take back the lead from Trent. 6 more laps to go. What a race for the lead between the Baby Grams. Coming into turn number 3 and 4. Out of 4, it's going to be the 91 of Dylan Bates, the 2 of Danny Trent in second. Tyler Ledbetter in the 4th, in 3rd. Jurgensen goes around, breathing out the caution. Jurgensen just had to make things interesting. Breathing out the caution. Going to be a shootout to the end. As looks like the 21 will need a push there from the push truck. as Bates and Trent is battling hard there. The past 17 laps. And Jurgensen able to get fired back up there now at 21. Here we go. With under 5 laps to go, it's single file the rest of the way. Single file the rest of the way, under 5 laps. Green flag is in the air. Danny Trent back on the inside of Bates. Here we go. It's going to be a shootout to the end. Get on the edge of your seats. Get on the edge of your couch if you're watching at home. Danny Trent now, your new race leader. Bates, though, not going to go away easily. He's right on the back bumper of Trent. They go into turns number 3 and 4. Bates now will go on the inside of Trent. Hard, clean racing there for the lead. Danny Trent in the 2 to 91 of Dylan Bates in second. They go into turns number 3 and 4. Look out. We got one more lap to go. Here comes Bates. Has he got anything left in the tank for the 2 of Trent? Coming in the turns number 3 and 4. Out of 4. Checker flag is in the air for the 2 of Danny Trent. The 91 of Dylan Bates coming home second. Tyler Ledbetter coming home in third. Jesse Brinkley coming home in fourth. And the 30 of Joe Dunn coming home in fifth. Now, what a race. Even though we had a break in the middle of it, what a race it was for the 2 of Danny Trent. As he will park down here in victory lane. Been racing for a long time. Chocolate milk. Here's your chocolate milk. Look at that big trophy right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your Pro Baby Grand Show Me National feature winner, the 2 of Danny Trent. Well, Danny, first of all, when a situation happens like that, you know, a lot of coaches and drivers, they don't like that. But for you, it turned out pretty good because after that break, you and Dylan put it on, and back and forth, and that was some good, clean, hard racing right there.
That's what I was hoping. I was talking to Aaron. I don't want to run him dirty because we was running side by side, but we was hitting some of that oil dry, and it pushed us both up. And, you know, Dylan, we've been friends for quite a few years and talked set up together, and he's a class act. And I just hope I ran him clean on that last one. But my car was better on the long run. because he got out and I started coming back, and then that caution, I was like, but on the start, we put on a hell of a show, I think.
You did, you did. You know, these cars look pretty cool around the high banks here. They're fast, and you know, for all the fans, they got to see both. They got to see some good asphalt racing, and they got to see some dust fly in the air as well.
Hey, I love this joint, you know. Aaron and you guys, man, you guys treat us great here. We'd love to run here more, and we got some good racers, and got a bunch of young kids that are, you know, around Dylan's age, not kids, young men, and they're clean racers. Congrats on Tyler for a great run. And, you know, I appreciate all of you guys, the whole staff and everything for having us. I haven't had to work that hard for a win in a long time, and Dylan, he's a bad boy.
Where are you going to put that trophy? I don't think it's going to fit in the car.
I'm going to have to get somebody to bring it to me.
Get somebody to bring it to you. All right. Well, Dylan Bates had to go get in his late model, but we're going to talk with Tyler. Tyler, congratulations, man. Good run there. That Ford machine was sporty all night long.
Yeah, we were practicing yesterday. It wasn't quite feeling the best, but a massive thank you, Marty. We've been, really the whole Baby Grand crew, we've been working really hard for the last 2 days. We got a long drive home, so I appreciate the fans for staying out here. Thank you guys. You guys, as well as all the sponsors, are what make this happen. Hopefully we put on a show that felt pretty fun from the driver's seat. But I got to thank Ed here with Tri-County Tire, Real Race Cars, Hank Scott, Horizon Advisors, my father, my family, the Lord, and my girlfriend who can't be here today, Caroline, but it takes a village.
Yeah, I want to thank Tri-County Tire and Richland Auto Parts Store. And one more thing, how hot do you think it is in those cars right now?
Well, it was actually a little hotter the other week at Hickory. The sun went down and it cooled off a little, which was good. I still had to work hard. I hear it's 40 degrees hotter or something in the race car. It was toasty.
Well, you guys are athletes. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time. And we want to thank Tri-County Tire from Richland and Richland Auto Supply as well, and Dayco Painting for the extra money as well. If you're in the Richland area, go visit them. Let them know that you appreciate them. You heard their name mentioned at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Out front, it's going to be Fairgroves, Missouri, the 91 of Dylan Bates. And on his outside, it's going to be the 25 of Justin Blake. It'll be the 3 of Brendan Willard out of Lebanon, Missouri, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. It'll be the 27 of Joe Ross. The 07 of Terry Liparopoulos, the 57 of Ella Simpson, the 7 of Anthony Ross, 73 of Trent Masters, and a 29 Night Scrivener, huh? All right, here we go. Pick you out a winner. It's the Schoolyard High Bank 50. A lot happens on the Schoolyard, but tonight at the High Bank Schoolyard, there's only going to be one winner. 50 laps is your distance. Sit back and enjoy this one. 2,000 to win. All right, here we go. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Bates out front, your leader coming out of four, Justin Blake paddling hard with the BW, Brennan Willard. They go in the turns, number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go, side by side for a second. Justin Blake battling hard on the Schoolyard with the 3 of Brennan Willard. Jimmy Phone in the 48 sitting in that 4th spot as he gains a little bit of ground there behind the battle for second. Dylan Bates pulls away to 1 to 2 Carling Slee, but here comes Brennan out. Brennan gets in front of the 25 of Blake. Jimmy Phone jumps up to that 3rd spot. Dylan Bates out front, Brennan Willard in 2nd. Jimmy Phone in the 48, sitting in third. Here comes Jimmy Foe right on the back bumper of the three of Brennan Willard. Get ready to see a battle for that sport spot between Blake and Ross. But right now it's Dylan Bates out front. Brennan Willard in second. Jimmy Fote in the third spot. Here comes Ross, as I mentioned earlier. He's on the inside of the 25 of Blake as they're racing for fourth. You can tell right there in the 91. As he enters into turns number 3 and 4, he shifts up the track a little bit and has a good clean exit coming out of the turns. As we look at the time charts now on my race pass, still with a 15.716. Brennan Willard with a 15.737. Dylan Bates letting off a little bit. It's a long race. Wanting to save the tires for the end. So right now there's a battle going on behind him. He sees it. His spotter's telling him. Riley Sharp's telling him, man, you got some room to lay off a little bit. With Brennan Willard in second. Jimmy Fote in third. Terry Liporopoulos in the 07. Running right there in that 6th spot. He has his eyes set on for a top 5 finish. Caution coming out for the 57 of Ella Simpson. As Dylan Bates, as I mentioned earlier, had a pretty decent lead on the 3 of Brennan Willard and the 48 of Jimmy Fote. As you can see on the My Race Pass Live timing, wasn't running the fastest lap, but a person might think he might be saving his stuff. But this is when it comes critical right here, because it's going to be a restart. And when you had that 3 to 4 car length lead, that's gone away, because they're going to be starting right behind you. Now it'll be the decision of the 3 of Brennan Willard where he wants to start. Safety crew checking on the cars there as they roll down the front stretch. All right. Brendan Willard choosing that outside lane. No. Brendan says, I want to go. Dylan says, not so fast, not so fast. All right, try it again. BW was ready to go. Dylan Bates is like, you can go on ahead, but I wasn't ready. Here we go. Nice and even side by side. A little bit of excitement on the schoolyard. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Here we go. Gonna get exciting now with Bates out front. Jimmy Foden in the 48 moves up to the second spot. Juror number 2, Foe right on the back bumper of the 91 of Bates. Down the back front stretch they go. Back front, whatever it is, Bates is leading the way. You got Bates, Foe, Willard, and Ross. And the 25 of Justin Blake rounding out the top 5. Again, on August the 2nd, at 27 of Joe Ross had a really good run, a really good finish. He's showing that piece here tonight. Running up there in 4th. Dylan Bates out front, Jimmy Foden in second. Dylan Bates with a time of 15.741. Jimmy Foden with a time of 15.841. Let's do a little bit of NASCAR and crank it up. That crank up session was sponsored by ShowMeDirt. Thomas Shaw at ShowMeDirt, the sponsor of our Crank It Up session. As right now, Dylan Bates is doing all the cranking up front as he has that 91 machine out front, but we got problems on the back stretch. So we got a car that went around. Looks like it's the 25 of Justin Blake. Justin Blake pulling up on the front stretch here to make sure his tires are clear from the body rubbing on the tires. Didn't want to cut a tire down. We got 23 more laps to go in this Schoolyard High Bank 50. Here we go. They come out of 4. Dylan Bates will lead the way. Jimmy Phone in the 48, sitting in second. The 3 of Brendan Willard in that 3rd spot, representing his number. Flag is in the air. Dylan Bates out front, but what about the move from the 3 of Brennan Willard on that restart to jump up to that 2nd spot? Here, what about the 07 of Terry Liparopoulos? Liparopoulos moved up to that 4th spot. Dylan Bates in the 91 out front. Bates with a 15.699. Brennan Willard with a 15.822. Still Dylan Bates leading the way. Brennan Willard's hitting in second. A little bit closer that time. .934, 15.948. Dylan Bates in the 91 out front. BW Brennan Willard in second, the 48 of Jimmy Foden in third. Look at the race there. Here comes the 57 of Ella Simpson. She's racing hard with the 07 of Terry Liparopoulos. It jumps up there to that fourth spot. Dylan Bates out front, the 91. The 3 of Brennan Willard in second, the 48 of Jimmy Foden in third. Coming across the line, we got 10 more laps to go. Dylan Bates hitting his line each and every lap. He comes across the line with 7 more laps to go. Caution coming out, ensure number 4 for the 25 of Justin Blake and the 7 of Anthony Ross. It'll shake things up a little bit with 6 more laps to go. All right. John not liking that start, going to line him back up. Think somebody's really wanting to win this Schoolyard Bash. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Bates. Down the front stretch he goes to the turns 1 and 2 out front. Brennan Willard in the 30. In second, the 48 of Jimmy floating in that third spot. Two more laps to go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. The 3 of Brendan Willard in second, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in third. White flag in the air, one more time around. So fluid coming out underneath the 25 of Justin Blake as they make the group decision to fly the checkered. He's getting out of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, the Schoolyard High Bank 50 feature winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Don't worry, Dylan. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. You're probably wore out as I am. You have every reason to be. After going the distance you went tonight, man, congratulations. You know, not a way that you wanted to finish there, wanted to come across the line and checkered. Brent, you need it after going back to back, but man, what a great run, and baby grand, and then moved up to the big car.
Yeah, man, I'm beat. That took it out of me going between two cars like that. Tried my best to not make the show take too long there, but yeah, ran 2 features back to back on the hottest night of the year. Wish we could have got that first one, man. That was a heck of a race. I look up to Danny a lot. Spent a lot of time on the phone with that guy, sharing speed secrets and whatever else. So cool that we got to race it out like that. He had a little Anderson Speedway in him there. I liked it, so that was fun. That was a fun race. So, and this one, you know, just fortunate we were able to start on the pole in this one too, and you know, we were able to control the race as long as we could, and held off on those restarts the best we could, and here we are.
You know, great turnout. He had a lot of good things to say about you too. So appreciate what you're doing here and competing, and especially driving multiple cars just to help out. And I know it doesn't just take you to get up and down the road, especially race here. There's a lot of people behind you that support you.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, for tonight, got to thank Marty Dunn for letting me drive that Baby Grand. This has been 2 years in a row now. Last year we broke on lap 1, so glad we got to finish this feature. Man, we came up 1 spot short there. Still bummed about that one, but can't thank all the guys enough for sticking with me tonight. That was a lot of work. Jason, Mike, Eric, Riley, my dad, my mom, so many more that I'm forgetting. Joe Ross and Melissa McLean for helping me, everything they've done for me in this car, and John Christ and the Sentinel Foundation and Z-Max, and just everybody, man. It's been awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Schoolyard High Bank 50 feature winner for the Hilltop Ranch Lake models of 91, Dylan Bates. Woo! To all the fans. You guys want to hear Brendan Willard talk? Oh, no, they don't want to hear talk. Hey, we appreciate you guys, everything that you guys do. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Drive home safe. We'll see you next time right here at the beautiful, gorgeous High Banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway.